should you learn to play a piece backwards? So that means not like literally backwards, where you do the note order, in reverse, but rather you start at the end of the piece with the last measure or the last phrase, and then you learn that, and then you work your way back from there, as opposed to the traditional way of starting at the beginning, of course, and working towards the end. Now, I've heard of, many players that really advocate this approach. They say that it can help you know a piece better because it helps you avoid the pitfall of maybe spending too much time on the beginning of a piece and not enough time on the middle and especially the end of the piece. I don't know if that's ever happened to you. It's happened to me before where, the beginning of a piece is strong, nice and solid, but, we kind of jump the gun and think we have everything together before we do, and we don't spend enough time on the middle and end sections. So advocates of this process say it takes care of that because you're going to know the end the best. So eventually when you know the whole piece, as you play it and work your way through, you're only going to feel stronger and stronger in terms of your ability to play the piece and, your muscle memory, things like that. So I have tried this a couple of times. I've tried it with a new piece, and I've tried it with a piece that I, have previously learned and then forgotten and then relearned. And in my experience, I didn't really notice anything different. Once I knew the whole piece and then was playing it as such, it felt the same as if I had played, as if I had learned the piece from beginning to end kind of traditionally. So that's my experience. I did use this process of starting at the end one time when relearning a piece because I knew the most difficult part was the last page. So I just thought, I don't want to make the mistake of not putting enough time and energy into this last page, so I'm just going to start with that. Make sure that I have that in my fingers first, and then go on from there. So it can be advantageous to use that way, I think. Besides that, I can't really report personally any advantages to doing it that way, except if you've never done it before, I think it would be a great thing to try. I'm a big believer in experimenting as you practice and learn about your instrument. That means experimenting musically, it means experimenting creatively, it means experimenting physically, with how you hold your instrument, how you have your hand position, trying different things. And I'm a big believer pretty much in the weirder the better, because sometimes you can find things that you didn't know were there, or you didn't know they were possible. And the worst thing that can happen is you say, this doesn't do anything for me, so I'm not going to do that. But you never know. You might find something that changes everything that you do. It might change how you play in an amazing way. So if you've never tried this before, I would certainly recommend trying it. You may become one of these people that says, yep, I advocate learning every piece this way. Here's why. I think it's the way to go. Even if you don't feel that way, I don't want to say I don't feel that way, but the next piece I learned after I tried this process was traditional, just from beginning to end. That's how I usually learn pieces. Even if you still are that way, it's something that you've tried. And so you're exercising kind of the mindset of no stone unturned. You're going to hear weird things and you're going to try them anyway. You're going to see what happens. And you might even find a different way of learning a piece that is neither one of these things that you think is the best. You might start in the middle for some reason. And if you have a reason that justifies that, then I think that's a great decision. So, I can't honestly say, I got a bunch of benefit from doing this. I don't really think that I did, but I'm glad I tried it. I would recommend to someone else to try it as well if they never have, just because it may be something that works great for you. Or even if it's not, you are exercising the mindset of experimenting, not getting stuck in a rut, not doing the same old, and looking for things that can really help you, even if they seem like they might be in very weird, very strange places. So thanks for listening. Come join the A Guitar community and have a wonderful day.